Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Letter. We're on part 4 now. Hope you guys are excited as I am to continue this ghostly adventure. To continue our story here. Ah yes, we were with Ash. Isabel, wait up. A rush of air greets me as soon as the main... I haven't read for a while, so I'm a little out of it. Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. What did my heart event change? Did I become more friends or less friends with people? I don't know. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward, condensed cadence as he rushes to catch up, and my abilities to read are gone. He calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning. I didn't even need to read that one. I don't look back. Good choice. We spend the ride back to Luxembourg City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise, he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are a sign, I know there are things he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him. I can't read today, guys. My apologies. Here, all of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead. Sorry. The glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form clearly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap. I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars? I always have one on my person, and you look like you were about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet? I don't even get the chance to deny it, because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly, and an empty gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there, I did skip breakfast. And lunch. So I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after her. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me, though. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. Thanks, then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar. Apart from an acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after the small exchange. For that, I am thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you. How'd the open house go? The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really no difference from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there? I wasn't really listening. I should have asked someone to kick you out. No, you won't. And what makes you so sure? 1. Ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you've talked her ear off, by the way. 2, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to 3. It's been months since you last settled the deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet. How do you even know about the last one? Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion, even if someone you know personally is in your tour group, and you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went to your open house is still a prospective client to you, even me. he's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I? I hate you. I really hate you right now. Oh, that's a nice laugh. See, the problem is I would naturally have the voice actors playing when I play this like by myself. But that would take out my purpose. This would just be a reaction at that point. His answer is a small laugh. The kind that screams, "I'm right, I told you so." Ash does give me that vibe. He's a detective, so he's the kind of like, you know, that's the kind of vibe he probably gives off, but still. I hate it when he does that. I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property, so even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'll be willing to let you have it. Too bad. Provided I don't botch it with the rights. Story updates. Ma'am Hannah in particular didn't look too pleased with what I did. Well, you did hand her a piece of paper that said, "Help me," over and over and over and over again, and then show this to 5 people. By the way, I'm still at 4. I remember this. I'm still at 4 people. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts. You don't seem too happy about it. I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you? No. Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in a sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time? He meant that as a joke, but how close it is to the truth made my blood run cold. My own heartbeat, a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension. Yeah, well, things happen. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business. You made them angry? Not angry. Just... stuff happened. Like... things. Did they do anything, your clients? The rights, was it? I can't answer that. Okay. I feel he knows me too well. And he's a detective. He'll know if I'm lying. There's no point in lying to that. Also, just lying to him yeah, doesn't feel right. He's been nothing but nice to me. You know, he's a goofball. I like him too much. Change the subject. Positive? Positive! Let's go. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours. That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth. No over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. See? Besides, it never works with him. See? I knew keeping up with the characters and their interests. All those years of playing dating sims finally have my back. Also, why is it elevator music playing in the background? I just noticed that. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it, or because he's just very, very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over me and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started to descend, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall building. Yeah, I was about to say, let's take a quick look. This art is amazing. Other than the faceless people, which, you know, it's odd. They're not going to draw faces for every person. The art in this game has been phenomenal. Every single, like, scene feels like a masterpiece. And there's my workplace. Yeah, I love the art of this game. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street sign outside, it appears Ash is taking the longer route. Odd. But he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic, or he's trying to keep me in the car to conversate with me longer. Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat? That's different. Linking your awful memes in a group chat box, or linking your awful memes in a group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation. Yo, he's sending memes? Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them. Shut up. And you weren't answering my question. That earns him a soft punch in his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. My memes are A1. It'll only make his head bigger. Stupid Ash. Ashhole. Alright. Lay off the abuse. Remember the case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down. but it requires more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good leads months ago. He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of it are the trimmed down versions, only things he can tell. He has always been careful about that. Even the ways he spins his answers to my questions, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice because they keep slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I would definitely lose my mind. His stories never ceased to be entertaining regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, nope, not really. Mama would never allow that. But the idea is still there, along with countless others I've got. Time passes quickly between us in this manner, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. That's ominous and vaguely on the nose, and probably foreshadowing. Pocket Chibi coming. I'm guessing some of these are like the Pocket Chibi, maybe another game by the developers. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when we arrive. The Lift Fest, short for Luxembourg Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. I've only been to a few indie film screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter, but I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal, especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but just getting a confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his movie in this year's lineup already put a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 foot, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers, and with his large build and heavy voice, it's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as he passes by. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too. I heard once early in their friendship, yo, that man's giant. He's me for real, but not, I ain't. Me and him, we grew up different. You know, my brother from another mother kind of style. Oh, hey there, Zach. Hey, you guys, long time no see. Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves towards us with careful steps, taking a significant effort to make himself smaller so as to not bump or accidentally hit anyone. Typical Zach. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hands in greeting and, "Sup, Z-Man?" God, mine, like I said, I think I mentioned in an earlier episode, my actual name is Zach. I get called Z-Man so often. It's weird. I don't hate it, but I also don't, like, love it. "Sup, Z-Man? My main man, what's crack-a-lackin', my homie?" The awkwardness descends within the immediate vicinity of our small groups is palpable enough. Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now. Zach seems to be. Stop trying to act black, Ashton. You're the only one who calls me Z-Man. There's fondness underneath his expiration tone. If there were any other person, he'd likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to the other's ears, or at least enough for both of them to take it in stride. It's been a while, Zach. I hope you didn't get in trouble again. Not much to get in trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though. Nah, I ended up with chicken stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again. I think I've like lightened his voice like pretty slowly through that sentence. Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad. You really have no idea. A beat passes, and then Zach laughs. Hey, I'm kidding. You know you can always count on me. Bro, this man looks like he's a linebacker, not a film director. This man looks like he's about to like, he could like sack a quarterback. It's a story only the two of them are pervy to. Even now and then, Ash will enlist Zach's help on something. Becca and I never really found out what the real deal is with those adventures, as Ash calls it, and both aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Ash does seem like he would bend the laws a little for some fun. And well, boys will be boys, I guess. I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash when its attention eventually turns to me. Bella! Huh? Huh? Rebecca's not with you? Is she still sick? A bit, but she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash. Yeah, she does. No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn. And it's true. They've known each other far longer than any of us in the group. Childhood friends and all. But don't worry, Zach. Don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your move. Isabella, oh thank goodness. Speak of the devil. Without a warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around. Becca, you're just in time. I have to lean back a little with the way her face is almost invading my personal space, but she places her hand on either side of my head to keep me still. She stares at me intently, and concern filling her eyes. Becca, you're squishing my face. How are you? Are you alright? What? Why wouldn't I be? Rose called me earlier. Those four words tell me all I need to know. Since I don't have my family living close by, the only other relative I have here works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Bella's contact number in case of an emergency. I should have known Rose would call her. I push Becca's hands away from my face, although she lets go, her eyebrows remain drawn together. Oh no, everything's good, Rose. Covered for me, sorry, I read that wrong. Oh no. Oh no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today. That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head? Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back the urge to elbow him in place of me trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach out for the side area. I do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using it as a human shield, Zach. Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump. But it's just that. You blacked out? It's not just something to brush off. Come on, at least let me check it. It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there. Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter. She did look pale when I saw her. Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton. You traitor. I'll get you back for this, just you wait. What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. I'm sorry, saw her? Yeah, they arrived together. That looked fine to me then, I don't know. Or, that wasn't deep enough. Maintaining voices are hard for me. Because I kind of like lose track of where they are. That's why you'll notice like for all their voices, they're just my voice. So I hope you enjoy my smooth, silky voice. Maybe I should do like a voice like this for Zach. I feel like that's too close to like Markiplier. Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I figure out what it is. Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least good. See, I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film. We can always watch it some other time. Sorry. Oh, that's such like a she's definitely the mom of the group. Ashton's definitely like the troublemaker despite being the police. She's the mom of the group. It'd be bad to make stereotypes, but Zach definitely feels like the mild mannered, like stoner-esque guy, and I'm guessing I'm like the clumsy one. But just her calling Zachary, we've all like called him Zach, but she full on referred to him as Zachary. And that just gave me mom vibes. No, it's good. But you guys should really keep it now. We're starting to attract some attention. It's the premiere. The premiere's different, right, Zach? I shoot him a pleading look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand. Not really. But Rebecca has a point. God damn it, Zach. But in the end, I think it's your call. Oh, for heaven's sake. Please, Becca, I really don't want to miss it. We're not missing it. We're just moving it on a different day so we can have a... Look, you guys. Ash loud sighs, unexpectedly cut through the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient. If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabel to me, and she can still run around like that. Why are you taking her side? I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, lisping apparently, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the only one looking forward to it the most. Ash, that's you of all people should know. Tell you what, if I notice something's amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you? I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. When Alicia releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with a great reluctance, I immediately tackle her into a hug. Thanks, Becca. It's always been you with him. It's always been you with him, isn't it? Did you say something? Me? Nothing. Don't mind me. Is she jealous of my relationship with Zach? The gossip, the tea. If you say so. Okay, guys. Showtime's close. So I want to make... I think I'm gonna go get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here who has a smaller bill? I think I do. Hold on. I pull myself off from Becca to get my wallet from my bag, and what's this? It's already in Ash's hands before. No, Ash. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both giving the piece of paper an intrigued look. No, give it back. It's just a paper. I don't care, give it. Looks ancient too. Why do you keep this around? I tried to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. I've never been particularly sensitive about my own height, but right now, I really wish I'd have the advantage over him. Don't open it! What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to... Hold on a second, this is... Isn't it? Even if it is, it's not for you. Okay, now I'm curious. I'm telling you, it's nothing like that. It's... The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. Achievement unlocked too early for Halloween. And that makes 6, doesn't it? That makes 6 people. And the music drop here. I can't breathe. My heart is filled, stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my side. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They're still shaking, but I hang on to them regardless. The awful sick weight that's taken its core in my stomach back in the open house returns full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone, please. Today's turning out to be a horrible nightmare. Send this to 5 people or else? Well, that's interesting. Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first. Aren't you a few days early for Halloween? Ash weighs the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its content. I don't need to see it. I don't want to see it. The letters, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have thrown it away when I had the chance. That way. It's not a prank. It makes all of them stop. Even I'm surprised with how steady my voice is. What did you say? This isn't a prank. I saw something. Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper, or is it about the urban legends again? Both. I know it sounds ridiculous. You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter? Now that we've seen it, we're now cursed? You gotta be kidding me. See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys. Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far? It's not a joke. You guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. Or right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have... Right. And in broad daylight, Isabel, even some gullible would find the logic in that screwed up. There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true. But it's real. What do you think I saw? Hallucinations? A delusion? Didn't you see you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right. It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me? We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with me or the others. When Rose called earlier, Leslie just exaggerated, but based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now. Don't bother. Jeez. Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hands and stuffed it in my back of my bag with more force than necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed, saw a ghost, probably lost a sale, got kicked out of an open house. I'm supposed to be hosting. My own friends won't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. To top it all off, there's a dull ache at the back of my head begging for a little attention. I can't afford to give it right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in my bed, and never think about today. But before I can take a single step away from the group... Guys. Zach rarely ever raises his voice, even when there's a point he wants to drive home, and hearing him take on that tone completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whenever harsh words yet come out from the argument immediately dies on her tongue. Why don't we calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what all of you have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please. He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool and distant, has also been looking forward to this. He even took all the time to call this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca too. I'm pretty sure that's another reason why she got out of bed today. Yet, despite Zach's attempt to lighten things up, or Ash and Becca's acquisiting gestures, the tightness in my chest remains. I should have kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might not have turned out the way they had. No sour mood. No bad vibes. Careless. So careless. Okay. This is a tough decision. But I think going home is the worst decision. If we're to assume it's real, every horror movie splitting the party, bad. Splitting from my friends will always lead to death. 2, separating from them would kill my character's mental state. Absolutely kill them. They would be devastated. Like, depression and anxiety will hit hard. And then 3, I'm the only one that's seen the monster. I'm the only one that has even the slightest experience leaving my friends alone who could possibly now be cursed. All those, I'm staying for the movie. And what does that... Oh. To be fair, I didn't like Rebecca. I'm gonna be real, I didn't like Rebecca. I like Zach, I'm glad. I'm surprised Ashton went up. That's surprising. That's surprising. But that's a lot. I think I'm back to where I started with Rebecca. So I'm not down with anyone, which is good. But I'm up with a lot of people. Any other day, I'd excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach. Something he works so hard to bring to life. I should know better. I might be having a bad day, but being with a few people I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. And if the thing in the attic follows me home, I don't want to be left with my thought. Yeah, exactly. All of these points which I literally just made. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes, and maybe if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me. There's nothing you can solve with a calm head one step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. A smile is back on my face when I look back at them. If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes. All right. That's the Isabella I know. Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry. This time, I really do send an elbow straight into his stomach, and she's angry as shit. Bella is not happy. Stupid Ash. Being vertically challenged has its perks too. What was that for? Stop calling me a crybaby. I'm not one. Aw, don't cry. Wait, did that just say Ashel? It did change his name to Ashel. That's funny. Stop it. His name is just Ashel. Okay, scaredy cat then. That too. If you repeat that, I swear let's just go. Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I can call after her. Ash and I exchange a look at that. The same questions likely swimming inside our minds. Did something happen at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? I'll ask her about it later, I guess. So, you guys catch up with her. I'll go get us food, I promise. But you'll miss it. Didn't you say you watched a movie with it? Food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember? I'll be in there soon. One friendly tap on my shoulder, and then he's gone. A few moviegoers are still milling about. Some are still waiting in line for tickets, but otherwise, most of the crowd is already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here then. Not a word of protest come from me when Ash gestured for the two of us to head inside. Excellent. That is where I'll leave this episode off for. If you guys did enjoy this episode, let me know down in the comments below. Any games you'd like to see me play in the future, leave them down below in the comments below. I'll check them out in the future. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like and comment. It helps a lot. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.